are magically delicious. Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to turn yourself into a leprechaun, a creepy leprechaun inspired by the leprechaun named Lupton in the Leprechaun movie, which is one of the creepiest movies of all time. I remember seeing the movie The Leprechaun randomly on Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings, always on the weekend, on like random channels. Like in Chicago we have a channel called, I don't know what it is everywhere else, but it's called The U, and it's channel 26 on public TV, and then also on the WB, which used to be CW, which is like channel 9 now. But anyways, I would like always randomly put it on TV on Saturday morning, and then I would just be scared. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed, and I'm gonna let the video begin.
So I start the look off by covering my brows. I use a glue stick and I just place that over my brows, and this helps flatten down the hairs. And then I just went over it with some concealer. I used my finger at first, and then I ended up grabbing a cosmetic sponge, dipping that into some concealer, and then pouncing that right over my eyebrows. I just wanted some coverage. Didn't have to be perfect for this look because this is not like beauty makeup by any means. So the reason I covered my brows up was so that I could paint on a new brow bone shape. I wanted it to be very arched and defined. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a paint that is similar to a skin color. You want to use something that's similar to your skin color but darker than it, and you're going to use that to start painting on a new brow bone shape. Outline where you would be painting your eyes on. That's if you're painting eyes on. If you're not, you don't have to do that. You basically want to make yourself look like a prune. You're going to be painting on a lot of wrinkles, and you want to make sure you kind of paint on a new nose shape. You can do that by painting nostrils just outside of your nostrils, and this is going to help give an illusion that your nose is bigger than it actually is. And then you want to make your leprechaun look like it's smiling, so to do that you paint the mouth on so that it's going upward toward your cheekbones to make it look more like the leprechaun is smiling. Use a black paint to outline the eye as well, and you bring that down into your lash line to help hide your lashes. You can use a color that's similar to your lashes, but the whole reason why you're using a darker color is to hide the lashes, because if you just use that skin tone color around the eye and you close your eyes, people will be able to see the lashes. But if you paint it a darker color, it'll hide your lashes so people don't see that anymore and they see the new leprechaun eye shape. And to define some of the wrinkles, use a little bit of black paint. You don't want to define every wrinkle with the black paint, just kind of here and there where you really want some of the wrinkles to look really indented. So kind of near the mouth and the wrinkles that are in the forehead. After you've done that, you take the black paint and you outline the teeth and paint the middle of your mouth with that black paint. This helps hide your lips. One with the fang teeth shape, I was following a painting that a fan drew of Lupton from the Leprechaun. His teeth though in the movie, they're not really fangs. So to trick the eyes even further into believing that this new painted on nose is really your nose and just kind of distract people from seeing your actual nose, you take that black paint and you paint directly above your nostrils. You just kind of extend the nostrils, and then you define around the newly painted nostrils, and this will really help trick the eye into thinking this new nose shape that you painted on is actually where your nose is. After you've done that, you take a concealer that is lighter than your natural skin tone and you use it to kind of highlight around the face, because you want some of the wrinkles to stand out even more, and then you want to make the rest of your skin kind of blend in with the face paint so it just doesn't look like a total mess on your face. The areas that you want to look bigger or stand out more, you apply this lighter concealer. So I applied it to the middle of my nose to make my nose appear bigger, and toward the top of where I painted on the mouth to make that area look more lifted. Use a concealer or foundation that is darker than your natural skin tone, and you're going to use like a stippling brush, a small one, to start pouncing that over your skin and giving yourself age spots. The leprechaun has a lot of age spots, so I just applied a lot to my skin. I also use that concealer to add some depth to certain areas of the face, so that includes around the eyes so that the eyes look more sunken in, and right above the mouth and below the cheekbone, that area, to make the cheekbones stand out even more and make the dimples in that area look more sunken in. Take a black eyeshadow and blend it around the eye. Any areas that you want to look more shaded, you just apply the black eyeshadow, and this just helps blend out things more nicely so it looks more coherent. I wanted my face shape to look a little bit slimmer on the top portion of it, so what I did was I took a black face paint and I just applied it on my temples and just brought it down above my cheekbones, and this just helped slim that area up and make it look smaller. Then I moved on to the eyes. I just used a white face paint to paint the whites of the eyes. Then I mixed together a light blue color I use as the base color for the eyes. And then I take a darker blue and I outline that light blue to really define them. And then I took a black paint and just painted on the pupil. I mixed together a red and pink paint to create the color I needed for the lips. Then I go back with my white paint and I use it to paint on the teeth. I paint the gums a pink color that I mixed together using a pink paint and an ivory paint. The reason I mixed pink with ivory is to get a more realistic gum looking color. It's still a little bit too pink, but it's more realistic than just using like a bright pink paint. If you want to highlight the gums, just mix together a color that is lighter than the one that you used to paint on the gums and just add small strokes here and there to the gums and it'll help highlight the area. Now you're going to go back with your black eyeshadow and a small flat brush and use that to shade around the lips. This is going to help the lips look like they're popping out a little bit more and help push back the gums and the teeth. You're also going to shade on the outer corners of the lips and where the teeth meet, so the inside of the mouth, just the outer corners, and this is going to add a lot of depth. You're going to want to shade the teeth, and to do this you're going to want to use a small detailed brush. I just ended up using a paintbrush to shade. I just dipped the brush into my eyeshadow and used that to shade around each tooth where the tooth and the gums meet and then on the teeth itself. To paint the eyebrow hair and facial hair, I use an orange paint. Not only did I use an orange paint, I mixed a little bit of orange paint in with brown paint to paint some of the hairs as well. This will help define the hairs so that you can see individual hairs rather than just a streak of orange and some like blob of orange on the chin. Time to start painting on the overcoat or jacket. I think it's an overcoat he wears though. You're going to mix together a light green color, so kind of like a mint color, and you're going to use that to paint on the collar of the jacket. And then after you've done that, you're going to mix together a lighter color, so one that's a little bit lighter than that, and highlight near the corners of the collar and the inner part of the collar that lies near the undershirt. To paint the base of the coat itself, you're going to use a dark green color. The products I use will be listed down in the description box below, as well as like the brushes I used. Everything from the makeup to the brushes will be listed down below. Now to paint the collar handkerchief, I'm not quite sure what it is that he's wearing. You're going to use a yellow paint and you just kind of create a bunch of squiggly lines almost. And once you've done that, you take a brown paint and mix it in with your yellow paint and use it to define those squiggly lines, because you're basically trying to make a lot of wrinkles in this. I think it's more than likely like a handkerchief or scarf. You don't have to paint all the clothes exactly like I do, but if you want to, yeah, you just follow these steps, but you can switch them out for different colors if you like. For the undershirt, I used a dark blue color that I just mixed together with blue and black paint. And for my favorite part, shading. You're going to take a black eyeshadow and use that to define all the pieces of clothing. So you shade with anywhere where two pieces of clothing meet, so you can define everything and show, hey, this is where the jacket is, this is where the shirt is, this is where the scarf is, so it just like doesn't all blend in together. Apply some of that black eyeshadow on top of the collar and jacket itself to create wrinkles and shading in that area. You want to shade below the collar to help that area look more lifted. Depends what type of shadow you're trying to create, but I personally just created the shape of the collar a little bit below where the top of the collar is, and that helped create a really cool shadow. And you also use that black eyeshadow to create wrinkles on the top of the scarf, handkerchief, collar thing that I still don't even know what it is. As always, when you shade, you want to highlight. So you can use a white makeup product. It could be a cream paint, a white eyeshadow. I'm personally using just a white face paint, and you use that to highlight any areas you want to stand out more or look more lifted. So I personally highlighted a little bit more around the collar, and then to create more wrinkles, I use that white paint, especially on the jacket and scarf. Final steps, you might not want to do them, so it's not necessary that you do, but I just created a plaid design by using red, blue, and gold paints to paint that design on the shirt, and then I used the gold paint to paint on some buttons, and then I shade around the buttons to make them look more raised. All I had was a long orange wig, so it just depends how you look at it. You can think I'm a girl leprechaun or I'm a guy leprechaun with longer hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. You can check out my Deadpool tutorial. I'm really proud of that one. I'm going to have Harley Quinn coming up soon on there, and I'm so excited about it. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time on I Wanted to See You in Video with a new tutorial. Take care. Bye.